Woo! Woo! Hey! What's say, folks? Glad y'all stopped by the shop. Had a little project here a few weeks ago where I put a starter on. Did it spin better? It did. Was I happy with it? No. Something had to be done. It spun through, and I could skeet it with a little bit of fuel and it'd crank. But I felt it could spin better. I did a little research. Had a couple people say, check the ACR. Well, automatic compression release, by the way. I kept finding conflicting information. Some information said that they were in there and could go bad. Other information said they'd never gone bad. And then I found some information that said one didn't exist at all. It kind of left me up in the air, what to do. I got on the phone this morning. Very nice fella at Kohler. We had a good conversation about that engine. And I asked him, does it have a compression release? He said he didn't know. He had to call me back. Sure it is the devil. Less than 5 minutes went by, the phone rang. That fella called me. He says, no. SV720 Kohler engine does not have a compression release in it. So I took him at his word. We got to find another issue going on with that. The valve clearance on that engine is to be set between 4 and 6. I had originally set them at 5. It's right in the middle. Ought to be good. I went back, set them at a tight 4. I want to see how that works today. Other than that, I got a bunch of broke off bolts in that thing I got to get out. Let's go take a look, see if we can get this thing spinning like it should. Meantime, you get time and you think about it, check out Mr. Fixing a Stripit garden machine. He got some good information. You're going to want to watch it. Hey, let's go get the wrenching on this thing. Guys, I got this little project been gnawing on me. Come in here, somebody else done tried to work on it. I'm tired of it. Every time I turn around, there's some other little problem with this thing. It looks like the Samsonite gorilla been working on it. It broke off every bolt in it. I got these two on the bottom out, but I thought maybe I'd set you up and show you how I'm gonna get these others out. Wish me luck. This has been a pain. Doggone my hide. Need somewhere to sit down. Tapped me a little divot down here. When they broke off, it appears as though it left a little natural one in there for me. Just gonna try and take my time and ease these things out of here. Thing's been sitting outdoors. Valve covers off of it. I'm just gonna try and keep my shavings from falling down in there. At least I gotta clean up. Just take your time, go slow. No room for error here. Fortunately, that bolt does go all the way through. I got a little in here. I'm just gonna check it. She'll bite, but I'm just gonna test it. The last thing I want to do is break a doggone easy out. off in that doggone thing. He done broke it, so it tell me it's, I have been soaking it down in threads, but that don't mean a whole lot. I may put some heat on it too. I just want a feel of it. It don't feel like it wants to go. I feel my easy out wanting to flex. I'm done. Take that out. Next thing I know, I'll be trying to bust that out of there. I got to step up from that, but doggone. Hadn't broke off on the end. Let's see if we got something else. Lee, it ain't one thing, it's another. See. That ain't going in there. Keeps that thing in there. All right, when we got through it, now that it's hot, let's see if that little one will do anything at all. Y'all got better ways of doing this, I know. This is what I have to work with. I don't like it. I want a bigger hole. Y'all ever broke an easy out off in a bolt, you'll know why I'm being so cautious with that. Come on, girl. Move for me, man. Ain't biting squat. Well, fellas, that wasn't no fun. Camera got hot and shut off. Wasn't able to get it out. What I was able to do is drill down the center of it. Those are 6mm, or as close to the center of it as I could. And then I run me a tap down in there. That hopefully takes care of that one. What I did is I got me a little 6mm, 16-point wrench. Get in here and gently ease that thing down in there. Put a little lubricant on it for some cutting oil. Because I don't have any cutting oil. But what I do have is this spray. Something to get me through. It ain't perfect, but it beats the devil out of not having it. There. I don't know. Let's blow it out with a little bit of this. Let me grab a bolt and see if that's gonna do anything. Polish this up a little bit on his face. That ought to hold the valve cover on. All right, 3 down. 5 to go. Wish a fella luck. I'm gonna leave them in there till I come back around. Keep trash out of it. All right. I ain't gonna put y'all through the pains of watching each and every one of these. Well, guys, we experienced a little success. A little luck, a little cussing. And I was able to get all 5 of those broken bolts out. I reset these valves, but I set them tight. And I set them on tight for a reason. This Kohler SV720 is what we're working on. It's hard to crank over. This is the one I already put a new starter on. Before y'all start sending those messages, check that ACR. Check that ACR. Listen, I've done a lot of research on this.
I've been on the phone with Kohler this morning. They confirmed the V-twin SV720 engine does not have an ACR, automatic compression release, in it. That's why we're setting the valves tight. Valves call from 4 to 6. Originally I'd had them set at 5. I'm going with a tight 4. I'm gonna see if that helps us out. But mainly, my stumbling block was all these broken bolts I had in here. Let me tighten this other side up and we'll move on. I want to ensure all my connections are good. I want to give this ever running start for success. The ground for this system is right here by the mounting bolt for the starter. I'm gonna clean it up, hit it with a wire brush. It looks good, but I'm still gonna scuff it up, see if that'll fit in there. Without getting into that dipstick tube, let's take him off. The 8mm gonna fit. I don't know if that's the right size, but that's what we're gonna use to take it off with. Take him out of the way, see if that give me some room. Get in here. And there. Not much. Let's clean that cable up too. That cable end look like. It looks bad. I'm gonna pull him up, get a little lead on it. Looks so bad. Y'all don't get your doggone fingers now. Shiny like new money. Like it. Well, proof in the pudding now. Let's find out. It ain't gonna crank, it's got no fuel in it. I did check, it's got some nasty old oil in it. I want this thing to spin. I want it to spin good. Now that's what I want, right there. Doggone it, that's what we need out of this motor to crank. We'll do it again. That's what we're looking for. Good connections, hot battery, good starter, solenoid. Get those wires cleaned up. Set those valves. I set those valves at 4 tight. At 5, it still had a hug to it. Still didn't want to spin like I wanted it. Next thing to do is see if we can bust it off with a little gas. I know I drained this tank. It was full of water. I'm just going to skeet a little in that carburetor and let's see if we can't bust it off. Give me a minute. Let me get some fuel together. Heck yeah. We're going to get a little skeet of gas in that thing. See what happens. Choke's closed right now. Get it opened up. Get it open. Got my trusty little old squirt can. Give him a shot down the throat. Just one. Choking. That's what I'm looking for. Bust off. We know the motor on.
Well, that spun over like I wanted. I'm glad I took the time to make the phone calls, do the research, verify. Don't trust my word on any of this. That's what I did. She's spinning. She right? Nope. still got a lot to do with that motor. We still got to go through the carburetor on it. I think the fuel pump's bad. Who knows what else we'll find. But so far, I'm happy with this project, and I'm so blessed that those doggone bolts came out of that doggone thing. Y'all get a minute? You enjoyed this kind of content? How about one of them thumbs up? Y'all know, them doggone subscribes are free. They ain't gonna hurt you. You subscribe to me, you subscribe to Mr. Fixit or Stripit. We both would appreciate it. Meantime, hey, y'all take care. I gotta get the devil out of here.